Right now, you're about to do something most people won't. You're going to sit through a video with no visuals, no flashy edits, no music, just my voice and your attention. Why? Because this might be the single most important video you'll watch today. Our attention spans are shrinking. In fact, studies show that the average person can barely focus for 8 seconds, less than a goldfish. But it doesn't have to be this way. The fact that you're here right now means you want to take back control. You want to fix your attention span. And by the time you finish this video, you'll have already started. The problem, how we lost our attention span. Let's face it, everything around us is stealing our focus. Social media apps designed to keep you scrolling for hours. Non-stop notifications pulling you in 100 different directions. Video after video, soundbite after soundbite, all begging for your attention. It's exhausting. Do you remember the last time you truly focused on something for more than 10 minutes without distraction? For many of us, it's been years, and it's not your fault. The world we live in is designed to make it harder for you to focus. Let me tell you a quick story. In the early 2000s, when smartphones weren't as common, people could sit through an entire book, a conversation, or a movie without feeling the need to check their phones. Fast forward to today, and most of us can't even sit through a 3-minute video without wanting to swipe to the next thing. So, how did this happen? It all comes down to one thing: dopamine. Dopamine is a chemical in your brain that makes you feel good. Every time you get a like on a photo, watch a funny TikTok, or check a notification, your brain gives you a tiny hit of dopamine, and over time, you start craving more and more of it. You become addicted to distraction. Let me ask you something. Are you still here? Or did your mind wander for a second? Maybe you thought about checking your phone. Maybe you started wondering if this video is worth your time. That's okay. It's completely normal. But here's the thing. The fact that you noticed your mind wandering is a good sign. It means you're aware, and awareness is the first step to fixing your attention span. Why your focus is your superpower. What if I told you that fixing your attention span could be the most powerful thing you'll ever do? Think about it. Focus is the foundation of everything you want in life. Want to learn a new skill? You need focus. Want to succeed at work? You need focus. Want to build meaningful relationships? You guessed it. You need focus. The truth is, the ability to focus is becoming rare, and that makes it valuable. While most people are stuck in the endless cycle of distraction, the few who can focus will rise to the top. So how do you fix it? How do you reclaim your focus in a world designed to steal it? Let's break it down. Fixing your attention span isn't easy, but it's simple. Here are 4 steps you can start today. Step 1, practice single tasking. Stop multitasking. I know we all think multitasking makes us more productive. You're replying to emails, scrolling through social media, and maybe even watching this video all at once. But the truth is, your brain isn't wired for it. Every time you switch tasks, your brain has to refocus, and that process takes time and energy. Think of it like a car engine stopping and starting constantly. It's inefficient, and it wears you down. The solution? Single tasking. Choose one task and give it your full attention. For example, if you're reading, turn off your notifications, put your phone in another room, and focus entirely on the words in front of you. If you're eating, resist the urge to scroll through your phone. Just eat. The more you practice single tasking, the easier it becomes to stay focused for longer periods. Here's a tip to get started. Make a short list of 3 priorities for the day. Work on them one at a time, and don't move on to the next until you've finished the first. It's simple, but incredibly powerful. Step 3, build a focus habit. Think of your attention span like a muscle. The more you use it, the stronger it gets. But like any muscle, it takes consistent training. The best way to do this is by building a focus habit, an intentional daily practice where you train yourself to focus without distractions. Start small. Pick an activity that requires your full attention, like journaling, meditating, or reading. Set a timer for just 10 minutes and commit to that activity without interruptions. No phone, no multitasking, just pure focus. When the timer goes off, stop. The goal isn't to push yourself to the limit, it's to build consistency. Over time, gradually increase the duration. Go from 10 minutes to 15, then 20, and so on. You'll notice that what once felt challenging becomes easier and more natural. Here's a fun tip. Try incorporating something called the Pomodoro technique. Work for 25 minutes, then take a 5-minute break. After 4 sessions, take a longer break of 15, 30 minutes. This method trains your brain to focus in manageable chunks, and it's great for overcoming procrastination too. Step 4. Be patient with yourself. Finally, the most important step, be patient. Fixing your attention span is not an overnight process. There will be days when you feel like you're making progress, and days when it feels like you're back to square one. That's normal. Think of it like planting a tree. You don't see the results right away, but if you water it consistently and give it sunlight, it will grow. The same is true for your focus. The key is to keep showing up, even when it feels difficult. And remember, it's okay to slip up. Maybe you spent too much time scrolling today, or maybe you got distracted while working. Instead of beating yourself up, use it as an opportunity to learn. Ask yourself, what triggered the distraction? How can I avoid it next time? This kind of reflection is what leads to real growth. If you've made it this far, you've already proven you're capable of focus. Now, let's take it a step further. Leave a comment sharing the biggest distraction in your life right now. By identifying it, you're one step closer to controlling it. Let's start a conversation about reclaiming our attention, the reward of focus. Improving your attention span isn't just about avoiding distractions. It's about unlocking a whole new level of productivity and satisfaction. When you focus deeply, you not only get more done in less time, but you also do it with greater precision. Tasks that once felt overwhelming become manageable. You become more efficient at solving problems, making decisions, and completing tasks faster. Focus also enhances the quality of your work. Instead of rushing through things or spreading yourself thin, you give your full attention to what matters. The result is better outcomes and a deeper sense of accomplishment. Beyond productivity, focus brings clarity to your mind. It reduces mental clutter and helps you stay present. When you can focus, you're not constantly battling distractions or feeling overwhelmed. This helps reduce stress and anxiety, making you feel more in control of your life. As you improve your ability to focus, you begin to crave that sense of clarity and achievement. Your focus becomes something you rely on, and the more you practice, the easier it becomes. With each step forward, you'll see just how much your life changes when you take control of your attention, and ultimately, your future. So, here's my challenge to you. When this video ends, don't rush to the next thing. Take a moment to sit with your thoughts. Reflect on what you've learned. Maybe even try one of the steps I shared. And if you found this video helpful, share it with someone who might need it. Let's start a movement of people who are reclaiming their focus and taking back control of their lives. Subscribe to this channel if you're ready to join us. This is your moment. Choose to focus, choose to grow, choose to live.